I don't even remember. And that means something, you know. An anorexic brain used to remember anything. When I did everything right, I had a lot of pain and very heavy periods. This time, I felt almost nothing. Hey guys, it's Mary Carbundance, and today I'm going to talk about a saucy topic, nämlich, that was German, namely my period. How is it now? What's going on? And the reason I do this is because it's just up to date. Yeah, because I had my period the last days, and sorry if that's too TMI, but I don't know, it's just the most natural thing. And so before I go into that, I really would like you to check out my Patreon page. I do all of this for free, but it just takes up all of my time, and in the long run I have to see if I have to invest my time into something that you know, generates money, because you cannot live on only love and air, even though I would love to. And so if we can make it that you guys can support me for what I do here full-time with the daily videos for you in order to recover, then please consider checking out my Patreon page and also my PayPal link below this video. You can also use the PayPal. It's 100% safe, both of these options, and I would be very grateful for that. Also, thumbs up or thumbs down, please don't forget that. It's the name of the game here on YouTube, and your thanks back to me. And then later we're going into what I ate a year ago and what I eat now, and that is super important. Stay tuned for that as well. Okay, I wanted to go into the question first. So, no, it's not a question. It's actually something that I thought, well, this is a good thing to talk about for you guys, because the difference between the period I have now and that I used to have for years, even when I ate the cleanest and the healthiest and the low fattest, and which, you know, all of the experts are not agreeing on one thing, and many experts agree that low fat is not the most healthiest. But then at the same time, there are people and experts, like for example the physician committee, Physicians Committee, I think, vegan, also with Dr. Neil Barnard, who recommend as little fat as possible on a vegan diet for the least pain as possible when you're having a period. So no premenstrual syndrome. And you know, when I was doing that, I still had a lot of pain and a lot of premenstrual syndrome. And you guys, it has a lot to do with if your body is getting enough calories. If you have a luteal phase defect, meaning your luteal phase, the phase after the ovulation, is shortened, shorter than 14 days, then, you know, it just in general, or you're not even ovulating, you don't even generate a cycle, an ovulation, then that means that your body does not have enough energy in order to produce these hormones in enough quantity in order to actually, you know, signal all of like the hypothalamus and stuff to generate a period and an ovulation. And so that is the first sign. And then also when you have a period, like, is it very long? For example, it can be very short because, you know, it can be short because the luteal phase is too short, or it can be very long because the first phase, the follicular phase, is very long because the body just works and wants to make an ovulation, but it's not happening because the energy is not there, the calories are not there in order for it to do that. And so that creates very long cycles. And I know all of this stuff because I've been tracking my cycle and for years now, like for many years now. Also when I didn't have any period, because I was waiting for a period and looking for signs like body temperature rises and stuff. And so I know a lot about that, how my body is doing and what is happening. And the thing is, when I did everything right, I had a lot of pain and very heavy periods. and or I didn't have a period at all, like there was no cycle, and that is not a good sign. But when I had it, it was very painful, like cramping. I used to get dizzy, also pretty much fainty. I had anemia. Yeah, just my circulation was not well, and because I had so much cramps and excruciating pains, yeah, sometimes I also had to take some painkillers. And so of course there were also the gray, you know, not every period was like that, but it was like up and down and kind of in between and all of the time. And then like this time it is actually the first period after a long time of 100% recovery, like real recovery. And I felt almost nothing. And it was like not super light, like the blood flow itself, not super light, but also not super heavy, and just extremely comfortable. And I can't remember when the last time was that I said that about my period, and it just didn't bother me at all to have my period, and that is not what I'm used to. And so mind you, this is when I eat the unhealthiest that I have ever eaten, and you know, the most calories and the most fat and the most animal stuff and saturated fat and cholesterol that I have, like that I've eaten in a decade. And also I'm not having any kind of rules, nothing that the diet or the health industry would ever kind of promote that I'm doing right now. You know, I'm not going one extreme. I'm not carnivore. I'm not this or that. I still love my carbs. Can't live without carbs. Like I still, now after the extreme phase, I do eat kind of like everything. Just anything that comes into my mind, I will eat and enjoy. And so that just it's supposed to be a mind blower for you guys as well, because you might be very well surprised, just like me, that it's just exactly the opposite of what you think that you have to do in order to become healthy again, and in order for your body to have a pain-free period. If you're a man, I hope you still could learn something from that, because if a woman has her period or not, and if she has it without fainting and without being in pain and suffering, then that is a very good sign, and she will be a joy to be around as well. Okay, let's go into what I ate, and please stay tuned, don't click off, because this is you never know what's coming, and I give you the best packed information that I can. So this is 1 year ago. You can see it's kind of, yeah, the plant milk, it's kind of flaky in the coffee, doesn't look too appetizing, but that's how it was. Another blueberry cheesecake, but now, yeah, you guys know I had the very first, very different breakfast the day before, and the thing is, my intent on this day was to make something new, like change it up a little bit. Like my eating disorder wanted me to go back to the usual cheesecake. You know, at least I didn't go very extremely back, but I stayed with the cheesecake, which was still challenging for me, and I added chocolate. Okay guys, I know it's only one piece of chocolate, but we have to do something. It's still better than nothing. And yeah, but you should, yeah, I'm clear on this one that it's it's quasi recovery, not real recovery. I would have wanted half the bar or the whole bar, or maybe just one bar just and no oatmeal. I don't know, just whatever, or both. And then like in extreme hunger it's both and everything and many things more. Then I had the chocolate on top, and that was like my eating disorder was screaming at me for that. What has the chocolate piece done to you? Nothing. And so that was vegan chocolate at that time. I was not open for anything non-vegan because my ethics didn't allow it, and that held me back a lot. This is why I'm showing you the development over the year. Okay, wow, so this is later, and I am daring, guys, I am daring. It is a chocolate muesli, but so it's organic from the vegan is with dark chocolate, and well, but this is still with water, pretty much. You can see it. It's with water, so that is sad. But I dared something. Maybe there's a little splash of plant milk. Sorry, I always forget to actually clean the phone. What is happening? No, I do not want to edit that. I celebrated that because that was very new and I got a lot of screams from the eating disorder. Then a safe food with soy flakes and cocoa powder sauce. It looks really yummy, but yeah, didn't challenge me at all there. Then the dinner, also very basic, very whole food. It's a lot of potatoes. They're just dehydrated from the microwave. So I did, like, guys, I always got the calories, the minimum calories, but just in a very restricted and a rule conforming way. And then the tomato sauce with soy flakes and the avocado dip. Still challenging the fats. I was still afraid of that, but as I said, I was in a program from Away to Healthy in order to get rid of these fears. But yeah, this program was very whole food like with the meal plan, and I was just not benefiting from that, let's say. Okay, so this is what I ate a week ago. This is the Vitalis Knusper Schokomüsli. It's a granola, chocolate granola. And there was some strawberry muesli that David made. I was trying that, and there's also oats below that. Then there's a cup of watermelon and pineapple, and this is, what is that actually? Oh yeah, it's the milk. I just didn't want to add it directly there because I wanted the granola to be crispy and stay crispy, and as soon as you put the liquid, then you have to eat it. And I was waiting for David, who needed a couple more minutes because of the coffee I was preparing. So super yummy. Like, I haven't had granola, just a big bowl of granola, for ages, and it's just extremely yummy. There's the coffee we were waiting for, of course, as always, more cacao, more peanut butter. That was exactly what I wanted on that day. That was my husband's muesli. Oh no, actually, no, it was mine. Yeah, it's with the milk. And then later I had pineapple. Then later we had coffee together. He was taking a break from work and I was taking a break, and then I actually had a cheesecake from Starbucks. Guys, this, okay, is from Starbucks. And so we got it from Too Good To Go, and I've never had anything from Starbucks, guys. Am I even a human? I know. Am I even a woman? But I've never had anything. It was always too expensive for me, too caloric, too unhealthy, too anything. And I want to be able to eat cake at any kind of restaurant or cafe where I want to go to, and so I make it my challenge to just eat cake at home as well. So I come to a point where it's nothing special at all to do that. So I want to, because I don't only want to be able to do that and, you know, be screaming in my head, but I want to be completely relaxed and have no fear at all when I do that. I just want to be completely free, and that is why I do this at home. And we got it from Too Good To Go, so you get it a lot cheaper there. And this is New York cheesecake. I must say, it's not the type of cheesecake that I love most. I am a huge cheesecake fan from my childhood, but this is different than the German cheesecake. It's you have to go check out some real cheesecake sometime. I will show you then. But yeah, still, like, this is very fatty, very buttery kind of thing, and everything that the eating disorder freaks out of. And yeah, we enjoyed that. Still, even if it's not the favorite one, it doesn't have to be perfect, guys. And the thing is the more you challenge, the more your brain realizes not every calorie matters. And so this was just such a good feeling to be able to do this. I enjoyed this every bit. And then the nighttime was the rest of these gnocchis and cheese. Kind of gnocchis, I don't know the word in English. Spätzle in German. It's a German kind of noodle, and there's some hummus, lots of garlic flakes, and this is nutritional yeast. These things are like, David made them and didn't like them as much, gave them to me. They are with vegan cheese. If anything, I'm much more like, my eating disorder is much more afraid of even vegan cheese than of real cheese, because it's kind of really processed and not natural, and oil, pure oil, and it's really weird how these things can shift. Yeah, and it's a good sign. It's a very good sign, because I am on the challenge so much. Then peanut butter to everything. Never stop, never will. Then David had made some sandwiches with a sandwich maker that we wanted to experiment with, and this is with, I think it's with vegan cheese and something, I don't even remember, and that means something, you know. An anorexic brain used to remember anything that it ate, and so that's a good sign. I tried this one. I think I ate half or something, just because, like, I was so full, but I just wanted to know how it tastes like. Oh, and if I wanted to have some too. Okay, and please give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Please consider checking out the Patreon page. From my heart to your heart, and I will see you next video. Bye.